streaming.
EmceeTV.
What's good, yo? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios, and you watching EmceeTV, the podcast. As with me always, I got my bro.
This your boy Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, you know.
And tonight's extra special guest on episode 50 is the homie.
G-Ball, man, had to come back and fuck with my people again, man. I like this podcast shit, so it was nice to come back, and 50 is a big deal, so I'm glad I'm here.
Hell yeah, dog. I appreciate you coming through and rocking with us, homie.
Yeah, for sure.
Much
guy.
respect,
My
much
guy.
respect. Just in case y'all don't know, this is the homie G-Ball from What the Fries.
Mm-hmm.
He's a well-equipped barber here in Des Moines, Iowa. You can come in and get a fresh, clean cut. And, I mean, you a rapper. You a man of everything. You kind of a jack of all trades, bro.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
Shit, let's get this link blasted out, guys. Let's get this link.
Yup,
Let's get some
yup,
viewers.
let's let 'em
I'm
know.
gonna send you the link right now.
Real quick, we're going to blast this link. I'm going to drop it on my Facebook right now so everybody know.
That way we can get some people watching with us. Put it on Snapchat, Facebook, and
Boom.
Twitter.
There we go. There we go. I just dropped it.
Let's see. I'm about to send my shit out right now.
We're going to put it on the Twitter. Hey, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that's been tuning in and watching the show with us. Much respect. We're on episode 50. That's a big milestone. Not everybody makes it to episode 50. You know, they say a lot of restaurants and businesses that you start on your own end within the first couple of years. And we continue to keep it rocking. So I definitely appreciate everybody rocking with us and coming out and showing mad support and chiming in. So thank you very much to everybody. With that said, I definitely appreciate the thumbs up. If you rocking with us, give us a thumbs up and hit that comment section real quick one time and let us know what you liking. And definitely chime in one time for your people. So
We getting the link out there, y'all. We getting the link out there.
spreading the word, trying to get us heard.
Hello. I like that one.
I got Facebook, I got
All
Twitter.
right, I hit them all.
There we go. All right. And I told the homie Kyler Tobias I would shoot him a link. So Kyler, big shout out to you, dog. Appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you're watching.
Yes,
And,
sir.
Yeah, I think it's on and popping. So
Yeah, we in there.
So, man, we're here at EmceeTV, man. We got my guy, you know what I'm saying? Big G-Ball, you know what I'm saying? You to that age, you big G-Ball now,
Yeah,
nigga.
old G-Ball.
You know what I'm saying? You big G-Ball now, man.
For real.
How's life been going, man? Obviously, people in Des Moines, you know what I'm saying? People that know you know that you've been having some difficult times, to say the least.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Yeah.
how's life been treating you, man?
It's been decent, man. Business world been going good for me. My kids keeping me busy. I'm just working, just taking it day by day, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay, so you said the business world is going good. We know what you do. Some people out here watching might not know what you do. What do you do when you say business?
All right, so I'm a barber first.
Where can we find you?
Blaze Barbershop on Ingersoll. That's been going good for me for a while, so that's always been steady.
Hey, y'all see
Just
my
cut
shit.
him today, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all see my shit.
And then the food truck's been going good, man. We've been getting steady events. We had a downtown location. We ended up shutting that down because
Where was you at downtown?
we was in a food court called Local Bites. And a lot of the bigger companies like Wells Fargo and stuff that was downtown moved out to different locations, so it slowed down too much for us. So now we're just all the way out the truck.
Okay.
We got a lot on East 17th and University that we're utilizing now.
nice.
So
East
that's been
side.
nice. So we've been doing that and then just doing events and then, of course, just me cutting hair and just,
Yeah.
I'm constantly doing something, man. Ain't no telling, man. I'm staying busy for sure, though.
So what do you like about the food truck business? Give us a pro and a con about the food truck business.
Well, first of all, it's your own business, my own business.
Yeah, that's
My
always a
little
plus.
brother, so that's just dope because I like to be able to run my own thing. And it's just the connections, the people you get to meet.
Who's your little brother?
Tiante Smith. Yeah. My little,
Shout out
yeah,
Tiante.
for sure. So we did this together, you know what I mean? So it's dope to get to do something with him. And it's dope to sit there and see an idea that you had come to life and end up being successful because this is our third year doing this now.
Yeah.
So it's really dope to see it like come to life like it did.
That's fresh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what all? I know we talked about it before. You got What the Fries, right? Yep. And so we was talking about earlier. You was telling us kind of some of the unique stories about people coming in and asking for special requests. What do you think what's the wildest mix-up that you've had somebody take off the order or take off the menu and try and mix up and create with their own? You know what I mean? What's some of the wildest stuff you've seen come across?
Well, I was just telling them earlier. So we got funnel cake fries. So if you've been to like a fair type situation, you know the funnel cakes. So we got those, but they come in fry form. And usually it's like a dessert. We put powdered sugar on it. Sometimes we got different icings we put on it. And I had a customer come and they wanted to get a loaded, I think it was like loaded nacho or something fry, but they wanted it on funnel cake fries instead of regular fries.
See, nigga, I know good weed when I hear it. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like some too good weed. I'm like, fuck that.
Hey,
I mean, I'm gonna sell it to you, but I remember we kind of looked at each other like, I thought maybe I heard them wrong, but that's what they wanted, and that's what they got, and I mean, hey.
That's kind of like a Monte Cristo sandwich, you know. Now, when you were describing it again, you know, I started thinking about it. That's that sandwich that it's like a ham sandwich, but they dip it in pancake batter and fry it, and then it gets powdered sugar, and you dip it in like raspberry jam.
Yeah, I can't fuck with it. I'm not that.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it safe.
I'll fuck with that motherfucker on everything.
Okay, cool.
Shit.
Now, if I'm in a situation we got some crazy shit, we just trying shit, I'll do it. But going to the store and paying for it, you count me out, my boy. But if you want to come get it from us, hey, I appreciate the business no matter what you get.
He said, we'll treat you right.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Keeping it on What the Fries. I feel like I'm kind of blunt and I get right to the point. So you being the owner of What the Fries, what should I order there? I know most people gonna say, oh, all our shit slapping, nigga. Nigga, what's hitting at that?
Honestly, I am gonna say that because it's kind of a preference thing.
Yeah.
As far as sauces, the honey garlic's probably my favorite.
Honey garlic.
We got wings now.
Okay.
So we could do like the honey garlic wings, jerk wings.
So is that something you'd recommend?
I would recommend that because it's one of our newer items. Yeah, I'd recommend
the honey
that.
garlic fries and the honey garlic wings.
For sure. Yeah, I'd recommend that for sure.
Okay.
But honestly, you really can't go wrong.
No doubt.
And I'm not just saying it because it's my shit.
No doubt.
Yeah. Like
I just, you know what I'm saying, I had to single it out, you know what I'm saying, let you promote a specific item, you know.
Now let Tay tell it.
Let Tay tell it.
He's gonna say jerk because that was his idea, and I'm gonna say honey garlic because it was my idea. So we sat there, but you can't go wrong if you like spicy. Yeah, jerk. If you like a little bit more of like the sweeter kind of spice with like a little, you know, the honey garlic for sure. So and we can even mix the two if you want us to, and you know.
When's the next time you open?
We'll be open tomorrow.
I'm going to one up, y'all.
From 11 to 7, East 17th University. We'll be open up on Saturday, East 17th University as well.
11 to 7.
Next Friday, for Black Friday, we'll be at the Walmart on 73rd from 8 to 5. So we'll be there all day for Black Friday. And then the season's kind of winding down, so I don't think we have very many events left. As long as the weather is nice, we're going to try to be out as much as we can. Because once we shut down, it's pretty much over until springtime. So we're going to try to get as much in as we can. But
man, y'all making big plays with that. I love that. You love to see it. At Walmart, huh?
And it's dope because they reach out to us. So it's always, sometimes we kind of look out like, damn, we didn't expect that. You know what I mean?
Damn, I was just going to ask you how something like that happened.
Yeah, I've never called nobody about coming to their business. Ever. Yeah, so they always reach out to us, which is nice because we get to kind of filter what we can't do. And now that we're in a situation where we're going to have more than one truck, eventually we'll be able to, like, we could split up and do more than one thing at one time because sometimes we got to kind of pick. Like, we'll have more than one inquiry about the same day, so we got to be like, all right, well, this one sounds like it might be a little bit bigger of a deal, so let's do this one. Or,
is it, when you're trying to decide where to go, is it always about the bigger dollar sign? Or is it, you know, is there other factors that factor into that?
Another factor is it depends on who it is that's putting it together because they might be somebody that does a lot of nice events throughout the season.
Okay.
So it's like we do this one and it goes well. We're gonna get booked for more stuff with these same people. We could build a good relationship with them, which could lead to us doing more stuff later on instead of just being like, okay, this event's gonna be pretty nice and we could do more events with them, but this one's gonna have more people, so we're gonna take this. More long-term goals than short-term. Like sometimes that bigger buck right now don't lead to bigger money in the long run. So I'm going to look at the big picture every time, for sure.
Shout out to the homie Kyler Tobias. He's tuned in watching right now. He said honey garlic. He's looking for that.
Come get the honey garlic. We got honey garlic chicken and honey garlic shrimp, and we could do honey garlic wings, too.
Oh, damn. I love me some shrimp.
Yeah.
I'm coming tomorrow, nigga, and I ain't playing.
And I got you. And I got you. And I'm going to tell them, make sure they get you right, for sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's get this out the way onto some more serious shit. You're dealing with some things in your life. You recently lost your son, man. What is it like dealing with that? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you strong? And, man.
It's crazy because, I mean, of course, as a parent, you never expect to go through that. The way it happened was a complete blindside. And then it's one of them things where it's like I'm in an awkward position because I got a lot of people that lean on me. So I got to kind of be the role model for them and show them how to deal with it. And I'm a public figure, so it's like I can't avoid it. Like, it'd be dope if I could just work from home and just take a year to just kind of be away from everything.
You always in the public's face.
I can't get away from it. I'm a barber. And then that was the hard part. Like, cutting hair again was like, damn, like, you know, your clients are spread out. So I got some people I might cut every 3-4 months. So I'm going through the same shit over, and I got to hear the same thing and go through the same stuff. But overall, I got a lot of love, which was definitely appreciated. A lot of my friends, my son's close people that I wasn't necessarily familiar with, I built really good relationships with them now that he's gone. So they're leaning on me now. So it's like my family's kind of expanded in that sense.
Yeah.
My daughters took it a lot better than I was really worried about them, but they took it really well. I got 4 daughters. And like when I first got the news and I was at the hospital, I'm like, fuck, we got to go pick them up from school. I got to tell them. Like, I want to be the one to tell them. So that was tough, but they was a lot stronger than me in some of my moments, you know what I mean? But a lot of people tell me, like, man, you're so strong, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it's not easy because I got my moments. Honestly, I had some moments tonight before I came here. It just hit you. You don't see it coming. I'll be watching, you know, the reels on Facebook and want to be about some shit. Ain't got nothing to really do with nothing, but it kind of just pulls that string, and the next thing you know is just a snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I've been cool. I'm just trying to keep it pushing. Try not to think about the negative stuff too much, even though it's kind of hard not to. You know what I mean? But
do you feel like you submerge yourself in work, or is it just regular programming and you just taking it life as it comes, or do you try to stay more busy, or what do you think?
It's kind of both, but I try to keep myself as busy as I can so I don't think about stuff too much, and I feel like that helps me. You know what I mean? But I also know that it's something I can't run from. So when I feel those feelings, I allow myself to feel those feelings. You know what I mean? Like, when everything first happened, it was so hectic. I had so many people in my face at my house. I had to plan the funeral. I had to go do all these press conferences and all this extra shit. So I didn't get the chance to really feel, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like the day after the funeral was like a car crash, bro. It hit me, you know what I mean? It hit me. And luckily I had my daughters there because that was one, like, every day I had a house full of people. And I remember the day after the funeral, it was just me and the girls all day, which was needed, you know what I mean? But there's days I'm coming out the room crying, I'm hugging on them. I need them, you know what I mean? So it's tough, bro. And I think it's one of them things where I'm kind of blessed to have some people in my life that's lost mother. They ain't even lost their child, but they lost, like, parents and people close to them, and they've kind of was able to kind of give me an idea of what to expect.
They can embrace you.
It was like the emotions kind of come in waves. Sometimes you're on a real good high, you're real happy. Sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're angry. Like, so I kind of knew what to expect to a certain extent, but I just remember being in the hospital and just being like, damn, bro, you hear about this shit, but you never think you're going to go through it. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, how am I going to? So I just take it day by day because, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to feel every day. I just wake up and I just know I got to get this shit done. I got, and I got 4 other kids. I got to try to stay strong for them. So far, so good. Could be better, but, I'm here. So
I want to commend you, and I have commended you, you know what I'm saying, on how you've handled the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've been a role model citizen in one of the darkest days of your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of eyes are on you. A lot of people are seeing how you're going to react. You know what I'm saying? And then you're able to talk about it so openly. You know what I'm saying? We have conversations about it earlier today, and you speak about it so fluently, man. And
because it's kind of crazy because I got my days where I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. But I've kind of realized that I got a lot of people, like, they're worried about me. Like, you should go get therapy and all this shit. But honestly, that is my therapy.
Yeah,
For sure.
man.
Just being
Like,
around
just talking to people I
positive.
know. Like, I don't want to open up to no stranger about shit. Like, I'm not a private person. You know what I'm saying? But if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
So, and then I kind of feel bad because I think sometimes I blindside people with it. Like, they'll expect me to kind of just say something small, and I'll kind of just start going and talking. And I can tell they're kind of like, damn, I didn't expect them to talk about all that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I don't want nobody to feel awkward. Like, I've had people that's close to me, and they found out they got kids on the way and shit, and they didn't want to tell me because they thought it might. I'm cool. I promise you. I'm happy for you. We're good. You can talk to me about anything. If I bring up my son, I talk about it. You're more than welcome to say whatever you want to say back. We can have any type of conversation you want. I'm not oversensitive about this shit. Of course, it's a touchy subject, but if I'm talking about it with you, that's a blessing. That you know that I really fuck with you like that because I want to vent to you. You know what I mean?
When I was, I don't think I've ever talked about this. Definitely not on the podcast. And I don't even know if I ever told Ray this. When I was 10, my older brother died.
Yeah, we spoke on that.
Oh, okay. And I watched my parents go through that. He was in a car wreck, him and his buddy, and they both died. And, man, it's one of the toughest things to watch a parent go through, let alone, you know, me and my brothers have to go through. And I can only, I can somewhat relate to, you know, to the pains that you've gone through, man, and it's terrible. So I feel bad for
And see, and that's one of the things with the situation that was kind of crazy because when my son was killed, his best friend was killed with him. Mind you, I'm super close with him too. So there's times where you kind of catch yourself, and I'm so stuck on the fact that it happened to my son. I kind of be like, damn, I keep on fucking forgetting it was both of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be fucked up even if it was just him. You know what I mean? So the fact that it was both of them, it's just one of them things. It's never gonna make sense. I'll never feel okay about it. But I just try to keep my head level and not let myself react off emotion or get to doing too much shit that's out of character or get too upset about stuff that I can't control and just try to remember the good shit. I got a whole bunch of pictures and videos on my phone. I just go through, look at that shit. I post stuff sometimes. I've had a lot of people who have lost people close to them, and they tell me, like, man, I really appreciate you posting that stuff so much about your son. It helps me out. You know what I mean? And I'm doing it for myself. Like, I'll see it and I'll be like, man, I'm gonna post them today. You know what I mean? And they're telling me, like, man, I lost whoop-de-woo in my life, and when I see you post that, knowing what you're going through, it helps me be stronger. It helps me go through stuff. And that's stuff that when you do it, you're not thinking like that. You know what I mean? So it makes me be like, okay, that helps me feel better too. Like, I'm glad I'm helping somebody. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah. Well, I also say you're doing a superb job, nigga, in keeping that man's memory alive on everything, dog. On everything. I see all that shit you do too.
Yeah.
So he's here, man. He's with you, dog.
Oh, yeah,
you know
sure.
that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He's with you.
I made him some promises. I'm gonna keep my word and do what I'm supposed to do. So.
But to on some more uplifting shit, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Let's shout out Hearst Hits, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big deal.
That's an
Hearst
exciting
Hits,
one.
a local Des Moines producer, lands a production credit on Rick Ross and Meek Mill's new joint album called Too Good to Be True.
That's
He
fire.
produced a song called Iconic. You know what I'm saying?
And that's an iconic moment, man.
That's a Des Moines
So
producer.
shout out Mike Hurst, man.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about that?
That's super dope, bro.
I mean, I'd say that's number 3 for big producers out of Des Moines, right? We got Bangladesh.
Yeah.
We got Young Fire.
Young Fire.
And we got Mike Hurst.
Yeah.
Mike motherfucking Hurst.
I mean, and please forgive me if I'm forgetting anybody. I mean, I'm sure that
There's a few.
There's other producers that,
Yeah.
that have done things in Des Moines, but I guess maybe not quite on that scale, I guess. Or maybe.
That might be fair.
Yeah.
That might be
I don't
fair.
mean any disrespect to anybody. Those are just
Right.
the 3 that come right to my mind when I think
Yeah.
about it.
Those are some big placements, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And I heard the song. I like the sample that he got on the record and everything. I'm not really a Rick Ross fan, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, nigga, the record's insane, nigga, it's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Ross fan, my nigga, but I do like the beat, nigga. I do like the beat. Shout out Hearst Hits, man. Hey, you sent me a beat pat last month, and I plan to be shopping soon, man. I know the price just went up though, huh?
Oh, for sure. That's why you better hurry up and hit him now. Like, you already sent me that before that song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
got a little
fuck
something
that.
going early.
I need to get some
Locked
cut
it
some kind
in.
of little deal, man. But yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to you, man, for real.
That's what's up.
Suge Knight has a new podcast called Collect Call with Suge Knight.
Now, man, I heard a lot of people talking about this.
This nigga
Yeah,
crazy, man.
he's making a lot of wild allegations right now. You know what I'm saying?
Suge knows how to ride a wave and keep himself in the mix, even from prison.
Yeah, even from prison, dog. So one of the accusations or allegedly things he's saying is rapper Jewel had killed somebody.
That was the female singer that was on death
Yep.
row.
Says Jewel killed somebody and he paid 700 bands to keep her out of prison, to keep her from going in jail.
And you snitch for free.
Now that's what I'm gonna say. How are the streets
crazy,
reacting
man.
to this? Because this was one of the baddest
That
men in the
shit
game.
weak, man.
Yeah.
That shit
So
weak.
he didn't say how the person died. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know
Clearly
what I'm
didn't
saying?
nobody know about it. You had to open up your mouth for clout, man.
Right.
Maybe it was
That's-
vehicular
Now you wanna take
manslaughter,
everybody down?
man. Who knows?
Because
Who
you
knows?
got caught running a nigga over on camera. You want to tell on her. That shit crazy.
What Biggie say? Why blow up my spot if we ain't both got caught?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's out of
man.
line, bro.
And then he says, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, legendary rapper Nate Dogg,
Yeah, for real.
had robbed 7 Taco Bells and had some cases pending, and he paid $500,000 to keep Nate Dogg out of jail.
Man, I call bullshit.
That's not that bad, though. The other one was kind of fucked up, like, because she allegedly killed somebody, but the Nate Dogg shit, it kind of more so solidifies him on the take away the singing part, like he was really a street dude for real.
Yeah, they say Nate was one of the enforcers in the dog pound.
And well, not only that, he's the one on camera with Tupac stomping out Orlando Anderson in MGM.
And he was the one fighting
Smoke
with
weed every
both of us,
day.
And then when they was fighting at the golf course that time in that Ville, remember that?
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
ass was something else.
Nate
boy.
was definitely known to put in work.
So I
Man.
believe that. I
Rest in
believe
peace,
that.
Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest to do it when putting out a hook on a
Yeah,
record.
one of the ghosts for
OG.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Then allegedly, he paid $500,000 to keep Dr. Dre from going to prison. No.
Because he got caught with a gun.
No, he took a gun charge for Dr. Dre.
Yeah. Man, I call bullshit.
He says he took a gun charge for Dre, dog.
It's possible, bruh. It's possible.
Except Dre said he left Death Row because he didn't want to deal with all the street bullshit. So I don't see Dre rolling around with a heat, you know, especially one that wasn't his. I could see Dre
Yeah.
going and getting a pistol and having a registered gun on him. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't be beneath his means. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He was plenty paid, and he could go and acquire a pistol legally. I just don't see him riding around with a dirty one like he was going to put in work with it, that he would need Suge to take the charge for him.
I mean, but it's possible because I know places like L.A., New York, Chicago, it's harder to even get
That's true.
a licensed pistol anyways. And even though you're not a street nigga, you around them. So I
That's I
I
guess
can
a
see
background
it.
check.
And
by
then to maybe say on the side that it could be true, maybe he took the charge because he's protecting his investment. Like
That's
that's fucking
valid.
Dr. Dre,
very
dog.
true. Very true.
There
Dr. Dre go to prison, there ain't no death row.
That don't seem too far-fetched in that movie. You know, he had trouble with his females. He was drinking a lot. You know, you young, you got a lot of money. You easily get pulled over. I mean, it's very possible.
Well, and you know, now that I think about it, didn't he catch a domestic with D Barnes?
Yeah.
And I think if you
He
get
got
a
a few
domestic,
domestics, Cuddy.
if you get a domestic, you can't own a pistol. So
I think he got a couple at the least. Suge was saying that on the podcast too about how Dr. Dre used to always beat up his bitches and shit.
I believe it.
Well,
So,
It's not a good look, Dre.
let's get to the fact that this nigga got a podcast in prison. Okay?
right?
Can we not forget about how the fuck he did
Checkmate.
that?
No.
How do you get to be
Crazy.
Barbara Walters of Cell Block 5?
That is crazy, bro.
Speaking on Dr. Dre, is today not it's the anniversary of the Chronic?
Today is the actual release date of the Chronic 2001.
2001. Yep, you're
That
right.
shit was so-
2001.
That shit was so hard, bro.
Bro, that's a game-changing record in my life. Both the
Yeah.
Chronic albums were, but for sure the second one, because it reignited that whole career. It brought Exhibit to the forefront.
Yeah.
It put Snoop back on in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Snoop had always been doing his thing, but he had gravitated to Master P for a little minute. He had done his own thing for a minute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like in between his absence from Death Row, to transitioning to where he's at right now on death row, which is ironic. It came full circle. But, you know, Snoop had gone a lot of different directions, and so it definitely brought him back to the forefront in my eyes. It brought Eminem to all of us, which was, you know, I mean, that was a wild one.
Yeah.
It reignited him with RBX.
Yeah, it was a dope album.
The Hitman.
Yeah. With that being said, man, what's your favorite records off the motherfucking Chronic 2001? G-Ball?
Man, that's hard to say, bro. That's the beginning.
Give us one.
Man. I got to look at the playlist.
Yeah, look at the playlist. Ain't nobody mad at you. I'm going Explosive in next episode, and I Just Want to Fuck.
Yep.
I Just Want to Fuck was my shit, bro.
Act Right for our honorable mention.
I like What's the Difference?
Yep.
You know what? It also brought us Scott Storch.
Yeah, he was in there doing work.
Right. Scott Storch did a ton of production on that.
He was doing work.
Oh, yeah, I know mine.
Go ahead.
Forgot about Dre.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the one?
Because there was some other ones on there, but Eminem had him rapping fast, and that was one of them, I don't know. Forgot about Dre. That boy, but Eminem's one of them.
That was a hit, nigga. That was a hit.
That was one of them songs. When I heard that shit, I said, damn, I ain't never heard Snoop. I mean, Dre go like that. All right. The Fuck You was hard because I always liked Devin the Dude.
Yeah.
But Forgot About Dre, that's one of the ones when I seen it, I was like.
Ooh, and Let's Get High, nigga.
Yeah.
All these niggas and all these hoes and then somebody give a fuck.
What the?
Nigga Corrupt was like, let's get high.
Yeah.
What was the one with him and Snoop bouncing in the low that was the single?
What's not next episode?
Yeah.
That was the cut, bro.
That shit was hard.
Yeah,
that
seeing him and Snoop in the low again. I mean, nothing said
hard.
West Coast like that.
Yeah. That's a fucking classic ass album, dog.
Hell yeah.
It was.
That's a classic ass album, man.
Speaking of that, it's also being re-released on Interscope's, and I'm struggling to not get in on this. It's being re-released right now on Interscope's monthly subscription vinyl releases that they're doing. It's the 30th anniversary, I want to say. Oh no, it's the 30th anniversary of 2001. Or no, of Chronic.
The Chronic.
The original
one.
Chronic. Yeah. Yep. That one's being re-released on it. And then the Obi Trice Cheers album is going to be re-released. My problem with, and I think they are doing 2001 down the road. But my problem with something like that is, I think you get it's a subscription service and you don't know what you're getting. You just get what they dropping, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm paying $45 a month and I don't know what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like it might be
like you seem like you okay with that shit though.
But
as long as you know it's hip hop memorabilia.
But see, it ain't.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Interscope anything. So I think you might get 9 Inch Nails, you might get Marilyn Manson, you might get
fuck that.
You know, whatever they got under the umbrella.
No disrespect to that genre, but that's not what we're here to discuss. We're not here to discuss that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not gonna listen to that shit. You gonna collect dust. You feel me? Like I'm glad I got it, but I ain't.
My nigga G-Ball, he's into that motherfucking guru and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's lying.
You know what I'm saying? He like that.
You ain't never gonna hear me listen to that weak ass shit. Yeah, I said it. Shit's weak. You might like that shit. That shit gets no play. I ain't liked it when I was a kid. I don't like it now. That shit's horrible.
What's the group?
Bro.
Steve-O, Guru, and who? Future, Gangstar?
Gangstar, yep.
Yeah, my
Weak
nigga
as
G-Ball
fuck.
like Gangstar,
I ain't
nigga.
listening to none of that shit. The KRS-One ass shit. None of that, bro.
Man, it's the
Count me
50th
out.
anniversary of hip hop. How can you say
Tribe
this?
Called Quest. I ain't fucking with none of that.
Ain't no boom bap over here, bro. Cancel that shit.
Cancel
I respect it. And me as an adult, I could listen to it. I could appreciate it a little bit more, but that don't mean the music's good. Bro.
That don't mean it's good, though.
You know what I'm saying? You talking some shit. You saying some. Gangstar was saying some shit, but it sound like shit too, though. So y'all can kill me in the comments if you want. I'm sorry.
This nigga's crazy.
If that's your shit, that's your shit. But it ain't mine. And I don't give a fuck who you is. I'm gonna tell you that shit's garbage, bro.
See, I'm finna let you know.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Let us know how y'all feel.
I got a long list of other ones, but I'm not gonna go too crazy.
Oh, shit, we getting canceled.
I'm just trying to say they're gonna be like, man, fuck this shit. Yeah. I'm cool with that,
That
bro.
shit is hilarious.
That shit.
I had to
weak.
let you get that one off.
Come sit in my barber chair. I'll tell you about a whole bunch of other weak ass ones. All right.
Try to leave early with half a haircut.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna be like, this nigga's
Oh
crazy.
my god.
I've been arguing in the barbershop for this shit for 8 years.
That is
As soon as
hilarious.
that shit comes on, turn that weak ass shit off. Nobody
That
wanna hear
is
that.
hilarious.
Put your AirPods in, bro. Nobody wanna hear that shit, bro.
Man, moving on, man. The legendary P. Diddy, man, is being sued by his former girlfriend, singer Cassie, accusing him of sexual assault, physical abuse, controlling through drugs and physical assault, forced her to have sex with male sex workers while he filmed.
And then when they're
allegedly threatened to blow up her ex-boyfriend Kid Cudi's car. The car got blown up. Coincidence? Who knows? How y'all feel?
Are y'all really surprised?
I mean, Diddy had a long line of dirt behind him, according to some allegations, especially Keefy D, right? Yeah, Keefy D said he got paid $1 million to kill Tupac by Diddy.
Man, listen, when you're that balling for that long, you're getting away with all this shit. You got all these yes men around you. He's clearly an extra motherfucker, and I'm not surprised. I seen somebody post something. I believe it. What's the R. Kelly shit called? What was the documentary called?
Surviving R. Kelly.
They said they're gonna be a Survivor P. Diddy coming out that shit, and I believe it. Like with him with the shit with Cassie and all that, like he really put her on. Like yeah. I'm not.
She was young. She was like 18 or 19.
I'm not surprised, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some stories about him coming out and getting fucked on by one of them dudes too. He seemed like he's one of them.
50 already called him out for it.
Man, 50's been eating. He is the GOAT of trolling, bro.
He is. Joe Rogan says that
he's
too.
Been eating his ass up for a long time.
Yeah.
Pause, but yeah.
He said, 50 said, P. Diddy told him, I'll take you on a shopping spree and I'll pay for everything. He said, what kind of grown-ass man want to take you shopping? No, man.
That's crazy.
I ain't coming to kick it with you.
But there's been, like, a lot of little stories about shit from his old artists and stuff saying that there's, like, so there's been a lot of allegations about him for a long time. I think now it's just easier to kind of really put it out there, It
was a lot more than just go get me some cheesecake.
Yeah.
Puffy would be a fun boy, wouldn't he?
I ain't fucking with him, bro.
He would be a fun boy, wouldn't he?
Keep your weird ass over there.
I ain't been a fan from the jump.
Have y'all? So he just dropped the album, an R&B album. I forgot what it's called.
And nobody's gonna listen to it.
Y'all ain't checked nothing out.
I didn't even know it came out.
I saw him on the Good Morning America when I was in Minneapolis for that Wu-Tang show.
Yeah.
And he was promoting the album when I was down there getting a cup of coffee. I listened to his interview for a quick minute. That was when he was talking about he gave back the royalties to everybody. But
after they ain't worth shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bro. Shine. Who was the Jamaican dude? Shine?
He has Shine.
Jamaican, but yeah.
Shine's from
what was his
Belize.
name? What was his name? Oh boy, they took the gun charge.
That's Shine.
That was Shine, yeah.
He ain't from Jamaica though.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but he was the one with the thick accent.
He had Jamaican kind of sound music though. I get where you was going with that. Yeah.
Now he had a Jamaican dude on his single.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bad Boys.
Yup. But he
did. We should have knew right then by how he did him. He threw that fool under the bus and he took the charge for him.
And left him in there.
It's crazy.
I mean, look at all the shit Suge Knight did. He might run you over, but he'll at least post bail.
Like as far as being an entrepreneur,
clean, didn't he?
As far as being an entrepreneur, you gotta respect Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
done
it for a really
He's one of those
time.
guys. He is one of those guys in hip hop. Maybe not for skills on the microphone, but as a producer,
his business savvy.
He's iconic, dog.
He's been a fuckboy for decades.
Yeah. He clawed his way to the top, and he was in everybody's motherfucking music video.
Trust him if you want to.
Right.
So how do we feel about the allegations towards Cassie and towards women in general?
I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it neither. And she probably was just scared to say something because you got to think about it. He got a lot of power, man. Like, going against him could be detrimental, but also you might get to a position where he got so much other shit coming at him. It's like, well, fuck it. Now, if I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it now. So, I mean, what she got to lie for?
You think he actually was involved in Tupac shit?
I wouldn't be surprised. Tupac was a huge threat.
He really was. And they had that East Coast, West Coast shit was huge back then.
Yeah, he was a huge threat. And getting him out the way would be like playing chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you didn't have to do it. I mean.
Yep.
And I feel like when that shit happened, that was the rumor immediately, wasn't it?
I thought about him immediately. I didn't even think about Biggie. I thought about
if not
Diddy
him, Suge. You know what I'm saying, right? Everybody
about,
was saying Diddy or Suge did it.
I thought about Diddy out the gate when that happened.
Yeah.
Because there was allegations Pac was trying to leave death row, and so Suge had him killed, so he wouldn't be a threat or competition to them. And then the whole East Coast, West Coast thing and beef with Biggie. And he'd already told Biggie he was going to shoot him, so it just seemed logical. It you know, Biggie might have got him before he got him. And
hey, and it's crazy they were saying Biggie was gonna leave Bad Boy and start his own label. He was gonna have Jay-Z and some other Brooklyn people on his label. It was called the Confederation or something.
I've never heard that.
It was something, but he was, I think, Lil C's was talking about it.
No shit.
And he was planning on leaving and starting his own label, and he ended up getting killed not too long after this. So they're saying that, if anything, they think Diddy has something to do with the Biggie situation because he's worth more dead than alive, and he was finna leave and take his royalties with him.
Puffy, baby, no.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I'm just a messenger. I'm just saying what I've seen on the internet. Sometimes it be bullshit, sometimes it's not. It's up to you to decide.
Hey, we got a good handful of people watching right now. I want to give y'all a shout out. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us on the late night. It is 12 o'clock for your watching hour in Des Moines, Iowa.
If you're not out like me, you up watching this shit right now because this is shit I watch when I'm at home for sure.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
Hell yeah.
OG iconic rapper Snoop Dogg says he's done with the smoke. Made an Instagram post, said he's giving up the smoke, and then he made a follow-up post looking real serious in the face saying, respect my privacy.
Right.
So I don't know if it's medical or not. How do y'all feel?
I can't knock it.
Yeah, you know, I think Snoop did a lot with marijuana. You know what I mean? And in terms of his career and his enjoyment, and you know what I mean, he went from gangster rapper to reggae, and you know what I mean. Followed the Chronic the whole time.
Motherfucker dropped a church album, a gospel album.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
And you know what? You know what? I mean, even Willie Nelson quit smoking. He said he just eats gummies now.
But I mean,
I didn't even know that.
But just think about it, like, you can't knock nobody for trying to better themselves. How long can you do the same shit? Like, he probably don't want to be put in that box no more. He's been the weed type rapper his whole life. Like even the Wiz don't drink no more. He still smokes, but I'm just saying.
I didn't even know he don't drink.
Yeah,
really?
I seen him on that Back on Fig podcast I was telling you about.
Okay, yeah.
And he was saying that all he does is just smoke and do shrooms. That's it.
That's hard.
And he works out super hard too, right?
Yeah.
That's all I do
But
too.
I mean, you gotta better yourself, man. Snoop's getting older. He gotta take care of himself. Like he was saying, he wants to be. He got grandchildren. He wants to be able to run around and play with them. So, I mean, I'm sure smoking don't help that. So I can't. I mean, more blessings to you, man.
I feel like it's probably medical. I feel like he's having a medical scare right now. If I had to pinpoint it, hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put no bad karma
That makes
out there.
sense. Maybe that's why he don't want to talk about it, saying like personal matters.
That's the vibes I got, especially from his last post. He was looking all serious in the face, saying, "Please respect my privacy at this time." So
that makes sense.
I mean, I don't think Snoop's a dude that needs to cut back on his expenses because I'm sure he's wealthy as could be. But I know he was paying a motherfucker like $20,000 a month to just roll joints for him.
You should have hired me, man.
You know.
But yeah, I can't knock nobody for shaking any vices. We all got to grow up and better ourselves. So if that's what he feels he needs to do, more power to you, Snoop.
Man, shout out the Dogfather, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out.
I bet you he still gets every role he would want in terms of being the weed guy in movies and all that.
He smoked in the White House, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You goated off that, bro. Who the fuck does that? I'd have been scared to death to do that shit.
Right.
Nigga.
The White House.
And he smoked with Kobe, nigga. Shit, nigga.
I mean, hey.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard that story.
Smoked
Okay.
with Kobe, nigga. Motherfucking favorite Snoop Dogg song all time.
Oh,
Man, that's so fucking tough, bro.
Gin and Juice.
Gin and Juice. I'm going Doggy Dog World or The Dogfather.
Okay.
That nigga Daz killed that beat on that Dogfather.
That
nigga.
is tough, bro. I don't know.
Give us one memorable one. Might not be your favorite, but one that just sticks out.
Gangsta Party for sure.
Okay, with Pac.
Yeah, Gangsta
Ain't
Party
nothing but
for
a
sure.
gangster party.
Shout out Snoopy, man. We fucking with you, Snoopy. Hopefully everything's all good. Maybe, hopefully it's just a change of heart and nothing too serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, much respect to Snoop Dogg. Been an icon for years. And, I mean, arguably, one of the dudes that has maintained his relevance in hip-hop longer than anybody.
Anybody.
He's the most famous rapper in the world, period.
He's one of the most famous artists in the world.
Yeah.
People in the
You
world.
can take that genre shit out, and that's a big deal. Like, name any, he could go to any country, any venue, any type of anything. I went to a concert in Denver. It was called the Mary Jane Retreat. And it was something he did in Denver. It was on 420. And it was like him, Kevin Gates, Future, and I think Tory Lanez was there.
That's hard.
But the nigga came out in a wife beater and some sweatpants. You could tell he literally got off the plane and came straight to the stage, bro. He wasn't dressed up at all, but it was one of the illest performances. He's just such a professional at that shit. Like, it was just crazy to just see that shit in person, to see like how he utilized the stage. Like me as somebody that done music, I pay attention maybe a little different, but it was just dope, man. It's just one of them legendary persons that you're never gonna probably see that type of person again, you know what I mean? Especially where he started from. Like, look at him now.
Man, I seen him down in St. Louis just recently. Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Too Short, Burner, Lady of Rage, nigga, the Twins.
The West Coast is back.
Nelly. Nigga, seen them all in St. Louis. Nigga, that shit was live as fuck.
That sound like that's a dope lineup.
That was my third time seeing Snoopy, and I'm amazed every time. The theatrics was definitely, this was the biggest the theatrics was. He came out in the low and shit, smoking big dope and shit, and had the motherfucking screens on the stage and shit. It was crazy dope, man. Dope. It was crazy dope.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
I fuck with Snoopy, man.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. He is one of the biggest entertainers and one of the best to see on stage.
How don't you like him? He'll say some bullshit sometimes, like when they be talking about like Future and all them with the mumble rap shit.
Yeah.
Snoop got some mumble rap.
Snoop will hit you with some lazy verses now.
He's iconic still though. He'll say some shit where you be like, all right,
he'll cat in the hat your ass now.
You freestyle that for sure. All right?
Snoopy will cat in the hat your ass now, nigga.
For sure.
But Eminem brought it out him from Detroit to LBC.
That was tough.
He had him on there double timing and shit.
That was tough.
You know
now speaking of that,
bring it out.
Ain't we going to Detroit?
Bring it out. Bring it all out.
Ain't we going to Detroit? Because I heard we was going to Detroit.
All the bills are paid. You might as well leak everything.
I heard we was going to Detroit, and I heard we was going to work with somebody in Detroit. You remember who we was going to work with?
I don't remember Cuddy's name, man.
I think we're going to work with the one and only Marv One.
We got
2 new tracks coming with Marv One. It's gonna be insane. I got one on Back to Bars Volume 2. We got one on Ray West GFG Records coming out.
Yeah.
They both gonna be slamming.
So tell them about Marv One, man. For the average fan that doesn't know about Marv One, give us some notable shit, Steve-O.
I know exactly who he is.
Marv One is a legendary battle rapper from Detroit. His punchlines are secondary to none.
That boy nice, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's a he's a Detroit legend.
Yes, sir.
He's been rapping for years. He was also in 8 Mile.
Tell him.
And, you know what I mean? I mean, like he's worked with the greatest out of Detroit, and he's I mean, for anybody that knows battle rap music, you know he was on URL TV. You know he's on
Shout out, Get You Some Battle League.
You know
this is
I
for
mean?
y'all.
Yeah, Marv One is that guy.
He's
you know what I mean? So if you're looking for a dope MC, Marv One is that guy. So
he got some classic haymakers in battle rap for sure.
And he's a dope rapper too. You know what I mean? On top of that, he's got 2 vinyls out. You know what I mean? You can definitely cop both of them off of his.
You got any of those vinyls?
I got one. I got one from Marv last time we was kicking it. He autographed it for me.
Nigga, he got one from Marv that's autographed when they kicked it. Listen to what he's telling y'all, man.
Me and Marv kicked it. We got a track together called "It's Detroit." I did the hook on it.
There you go.
Me, Marv, Ty Ferris, Fat Father. We filmed it in Detroit, 2021. We going back to Detroit again.
Hey, this nigga Steve-O is a low-key superstar right here in Des Moines. Motherfuckers don't even know though. Y'all don't listen to what he's saying that he's done, dog. Like, that's just wild to me.
We be out there putting in work. This time we going out there January. It's gonna be your boy the motherfucking Steve. We got Big Ray West, and we're bringing Matt with the beard. So,
the beard.
We're going out there. We might even try and cross that Admiral Bridge and go into Canada one time just to see what it's like on the other side.
I ain't going to Canada, nigga.
I want to go to Canada. That's another story. Toronto on me right now.
I don't think they're going to let us in, but we can go and knock on their door.
So he said it, man. We got a record with Marv One coming out, man. It's called Des Moines to Detroit. Produced by Steve-O, you know what I'm saying? Big Ray West and Marv One. Nigga, we finna tear him up.
That's
a
big deal.
Hell yeah.
Be on the lookout for that, man. Onto some more positive shit. T.I. and Tiny open affordable housing complex in Atlanta. It includes 143 apartments as well as 25 special units designated for the homeless youth. How you feel about that, G-Ball?
I love that shit. Like, giving back is a big deal to me. And I got a special spot for, like, homeless people. I feel like if you get in a position where you're able to do so, that's like one of the first lanes you need to get into is helping out homeless people, because you don't feel like, especially here where it's cold. Yeah. When it's wintertime, I see people outside, man, that shit just kills me. So every time I see somebody out that needs some help, I try to give them a couple dollars or whatever I can. I might even throw out a haircut, whatever. So anybody that's in a position that's doing shit to help the needy, I commend you, and I say to everybody that got the means to do it, please do so for sure.
What about you, Steve-O?
Yeah, man. You know, I think at any moment, life can knock you off the rails, and any one of us could have shit go down the drain and end up being in that same situation. So it breaks my heart when I see people out there, you know what I mean? They just got a bum deal. Maybe they got a, you know, maybe they were a military vet, saw some horrible shit, and knocked them off their rail, and they lost. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't have the support system, or the support system just can't handle the things that person is going through and dealing with. And you know, we've all got lives, and at a certain point, some people just can't offer help to those people anymore. So I think as a country, we need to look out for those people a lot more, especially military vets. You know what I mean? People that have went and defended us in tough times. You know what I mean? And really gave all they can and sacrificed their mind and body. And then they come back home and we ain't got a spot for them.
And just get shit on, man. That's just fucked up. I hate when people look down on people in those situations. Like, I've done some volunteer work at homeless shelters giving away free haircuts. And I cut a dude, he had to be maybe like 22 years old. And it's kind of one of them things where when you see him, you're going to automatically assume, okay, he must have been on drugs or something like that. No, he just was down on his luck. He didn't have no family. He didn't have nobody to help him. He just was in a bad spot. He was coming in. I gave him some haircuts. He ended up getting a job. I ain't seen him since, so I'm hoping he's doing better. But it's just one of them things where kind of opening my eyes where it's like, sometimes it's out of your control. Like, we take for granted the fact that we got family and people close to us that if I'm in a tough spot, I could go stay over here for a little bit. Or I could call this person for a ride. What if you ain't got nobody?
Man, I tell my kids that all the time. Like you mentioned being cold here in Iowa.
Yeah.
Like on a cold ass day, I tell my kids all the time, like right now, there's somebody walking outside that don't know what they're about to eat tonight and don't know where they're about to go to stay warm tonight. Exactly. Like right now.
Yeah.
Y'all in the house sitting at the table eating warm, got all the shit that you ever want in life. There's a man outside right now that don't know what his next place is.
There's homeless people that they find dead because they freeze to death.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just weak as fuck,
man. That's just fucked. And I feel like there's so much money that gets wasted on the wrong shit. Like that should be a top priority, bro.
Amen.
Now, if you fuck up your opportunity when they give you help, then it's kind of on you. But everybody should get that chance. Yeah, for sure.
And I was even watching this thing on the Rogan podcast. Take it even a step further.
Yeah.
They were talking about California has one of the biggest issues with this in the country right now.
It's crazy out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there.
That tent city and shit along Venice and all that, that just goes for miles and miles and miles. But they were saying that, you know, the top person on the that's in charge of on the city council or whatever, right? That's in charge of dealing with the homeless population gets like $400,000 a year as a salary. Well, you're incentivized to, I mean, you're being paid to eliminate the homeless problem, but at the same time, if you eliminate it, you put yourself out of a job. So why would that person really fix the problem, right?
Look at this shit's all by design.
And their budget goes up year after year. You know what I mean? Like they showed a graph or whatever it was of the increased budget and the increased money that goes to them to try and fix the problem, and it's self-incentivized for them to
keep
the problem fucking going. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
it's just pathetic, man.
It really is. I mean, there's a lot of people that are taking advantage of it. There's a lot of great people that are trying to build those tiny houses and offer places for folks to stay and try and, you know, give them opportunities to try and work their way from one of those tiny houses back to a normal life and whatnot. But I think a lot of the times they make them get clean and sober.
Yeah,
as they should.
But you should
as they
have some requirements.
Well, no. I mean, I advocate for that, and I agree for it or agree with it. But at the same time, like they won't let them come in until they're clean and sober. Okay. So they got to start. You know, they got to get.
They got to have the willpower on their own.
On the street with nowhere to go. You know what I mean?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I mean, you don't want them bringing down the rest of the folks that are in there, but at the same time, like. A lot of them people are on the streets because they don't have the mental stability to make choices like that.
Me personally, I would get you out the environment and give you the opportunity to become sober, and you'll have to give routine little drops and all that shit. And if you drop dirty, now you just said fuck.
Okay, you do that though. You giving people opportunity. Okay, so you obviously the turnover rate's got to be high somewhat, you know what I'm saying, for them to make some type of stipulation. You're bringing people in, you're trying to get them started, you know what I'm saying? That costs money. This shit ain't free, right?
100%.
Yeah.
So you bring a guy in and he's not acting right, he can't get with the program. Look, nigga, you got to get your shit together out there first. Show me that you dedicated, and then come here, we'll give you everything you need, player.
Exactly.
You got to have that motivation in you. Exactly. I can't give you it.
Exactly.
I could take you to the river, but I can't make you drink.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't hate that.
Some people going through them drug problems, like they can't. You in that world, it's like I gotta pull you out that environment.
I hear you.
Assist you. But at the same time, it's kind of a fucked up thing because I might be able to do that. Like I know people and they go through treatments in different situations and they're fine when they're in it, but you got to go right back to that world and you got to be able to say I'm cool on that world when you get there. And some people can't. So it's tough, man. It's a double-edged sword.
See, I'm real strong-willed though, so you know.
Me too.
I'm real strong-willed. Like I could set my mind to do something and it's gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys. Not to compare that to being homeless and shit like that. I know that's a way bigger struggle, but
I just feel me personally, let's say I got 10 people and out of all these 10 people, I put the same effort in all of them. Even though I can only help maybe one or two of those people, that's got to be an amazing feeling seeing somebody being in a bad situation like that and you help them get back on their feet.
Get their shit together, though?
Like, that's... Money
job, car, and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Money can't equal that feeling to me personally. Like,
I agree.
I would take that over the money any day.
And the bond that you would have with that person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like, I helped this person. I might have helped save this person's life. Like,
nigga,
that's priceless.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, rapper Royce the 5'9" sends shots at Lupe Fiasco again.
I didn't know there was a first one.
Yeah, they've been going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Lupe so slept on.
A new song just dropped called Never the Same by an artist named Benzon, featuring King Crooked and Royce the 5'9".
Oh shit, the Bar Kings.
So my immediate reaction is, hold on, King Crooked and Royce the 5'9". Last time I did the math, I don't feel like they was on good terms.
Right.
So after that leads me to think that this is an old record, obviously. Then, right? It's got to be an old record that just came out. Unless Crook and Royce is fucking around again.
I mean, it's possible as well. I mean, people are older. They might have squashed that shit.
Or maybe that dude just got a feature from one, and then after he acquired that, went and got a feature from another.
Asshole if he did that.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit if he did
Especially
that.
if you know they don't fuck around.
I would assume that they would have knew that they was both going to be on the song, but it's probably either old or they squashed that shit, but ain't no telling.
That dude could have did what Steve-O said. And,
it's possible.
I feel like my immediate reaction was it's old. But I don't know though, man. Like, would Royce refuel that fire?
What exactly was their beef? I mean, I know they fell out after Slaughterhouse.
They had a podcast together, Lupe and Royce. They were doing a podcast together, and I don't know exactly what happened, but they started engaging in friendly banter. It was friendly at first.
Oh, I do remember this. I'm sorry, I was referring to the King Crooked one, but just for the viewers that don't know, let's go ahead and follow through with this one.
Yeah, they was engaging in friendly banter, and shit got real. You know what I'm saying? Lines got crossed, and the podcast got canceled, and then it was just all out straight war. You know what I'm saying? Straight disses. No.
That's crazy. I've never seen that.
I remember that they got into it over freestyle rapping because Lupe had some freestyle stuff he was promoting. I think they were battle raps, and he was working with Arsenal, I want to say, on it. And I think I think Royce had said something to the, and now don't quote me on this because this is far from the actual quote, but this is a rough recollection, summarization of what I recall roughly being said or whatever. But it was basically Royce wasn't much of a freestyler. He'd rather write his rhymes. And Lupe was saying if you wanted to be an MC, you have to be able to freestyle. And Royce disagreed with that. And so it turned into kind of a, you know what I mean? There was I think that was the main thing. It became like if you can't freestyle, you ain't a rapper. And that I think that was the kind of thing that split them.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Then for Slaughterhouse, King Crooked and Royce, man, that was terrible. I hate to see them two not getting along.
Man, that group was so tough, man.
Yeah.
That group was so tough. That boy Joel was a monster.
My favorite.
Love Joel,
my favorite.
Dog. He's a
fucking monster, bro.
Yo, without a doubt. Shout out to Joel Ortiz.
Honestly, it made me respect Royce a lot more. Like, Royce was kind of coming out after the M shit, and it was cool, but when that Slaughterhouse shit came out, I was like, oh, he could really rap, bro. Even
Favorite
Crocodile.
Royce song, y'all. Favorite Royce song.
I don't got one.
You don't got one?
Detroit Rock City.
Mine's Cocaine.
Detroit Rock City was hard.
Yeah.
Cocaine, dog.
Yeah. I can't say I listened to him enough to know names of songs, but I respect him as a lyricist for
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, man. He's supposed to be rekindling the flame with motherfucking Lupe Fiasco. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Lupe was a professor at a school and shit now. Leave that man alone, man.
Mickey Fax got into that shit with Royce, too.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, they was throwing bars.
I feel like Royce likes to ruffle feathers a little bit. He's kind of seemed like he's one of them type of individuals.
Mickey Fax jumped in on it and sided with Lupe, and they was both going at Royce's head.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Andre 3000 is dropping a new album. Says he's been writing rap lyrics, but it feels unauthentic, and he doesn't know what to rap about at age 48.
I get exactly where he's coming from.
So I read this article as well, or a similar article, and apparently the new album he's dropping has a big warning on it and says, "Album contains no bars. It's an instrumental record."
Yeah, I think he's playing the harmonica or some shit.
Oh, I didn't even hear that, but I know it's got warnings all over it. Don't try and buy this shit and return it and say ain't no words on this motherfucker. I'm looking for an Andre 3000 record. He put it all together, but there's no bars.
There's something about that Erykah Badu pussy. It changes. It changes them.
Bag lady.
I want some bag lady. Change me, nigga. Fuck.
Nigga, this nigga stupid.
That's funny, bro. But it's serious though, for real. Like, but
they get with Erykah, they ain't never the same, dog. Over there drinking mushroom tea and shit.
Hanging out with Partner.
But see, Andre was always one of them cats. He was always so out the box.
Yeah, he was.
I feel like he could just kind of stay with that. Like, just do you, bro.
That's why he's doing this shit. No words.
Yeah, that's just. I ain't got nothing.
If there's no words on it, is it an Andre 3000 album?
No.
I mean, if he's producing it, if he's the if he's playing DJ and he's
man, that shit weak. I respect you as an artist.
He just put it in the boom
We
bap
love you as
category.
an
He don't
artist.
like
Yeah,
boom
we
bap
do.
and he don't like that.
But I'm just saying, it's just like we love you as an artist all the way around. Like the musical part's cool, but how much are you gonna really listen to that? You know what I mean? Let's just be honest.
So immediately you said you could relate to him when he said he don't know what to rap about at 48. You want to talk about that a little more?
I mean, the climate's just changed so much, and I mean, you as a fan, like, you know, you could sit back and you listen to so many different artists. When it comes time to you to write your own, sometimes it's hard not to think about what other people say or on certain shit. And with him being out of it for so long, it's tough to kind of get back in the loop of shit. So I get it, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I would say, he holds title for one of the dopest MCs to ever grab a pen and write a rhyme.
Better tell him, boy.
And so, I think everybody from M to Jay-Z to you name it have taken their hat off to him and said that his rhymes and the caliber that he spits at is second to none. You know what I mean? So I think if he really wanted to, you know what I mean, maybe this is a way for him to ease himself back into the game and we get a 3000 album out of it where he gets out there and grabs the mic.
Outkast album.
You took the words out my mouth. I think the best thing that he could do is for them to come out with one final Outkast album, go on a tour, and then y'all can hang it up, bro.
But if this is a stepping stone to get us there, I'll work with you. I'll work with you.
I will too.
Right.
You right.
Because they're both good by themselves, but them boys together is just
unstoppable.
It's just different, man.
Yeah. Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music.
Yeah, they had some shit, man. They got
it's
some
that
shit for
Southern
sure.
Playlist. Oh, man, come on now.
It was hard.
Watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling.
Hey, talk your shit, Cuddy.
Oh, man.
Rapper Glorilla says she wants to be a dumb hoe by getting her man's name tattooed on her. Your thoughts, Steve-O?
She said, Memphis.
I fuck with Glow, man. I fuck with Glow.
I mean, that's a unique title. I don't know that I would put that on you.
I would.
Although, my mama told me never put a girl's name on me. So, and I got lots of tattoos, but ain't none of them. I take that back. Got my daughter's name on me, but that's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, me and my wife been rocking for a long time. I ain't even got her name tattooed on me. It's coming, baby. It's coming.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe her son got the same name and she can just, you know what I mean? Swerve on him real quick, make it an easy change. I don't know.
G-Ball, how you feel about that? Her statement, she wants to be a dumb hoe and get her man's name tattooed on her one day.
I feel like she's just saying saying it kind of in a funny way.
Yep.
Like, she's not saying she wants to be a dumb hoe. She's
not
just saying
literal.
that it's some dumb hoe shit to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go see somebody and be like, oh, this hoe stupid as hell. She got this nigga name tattooed on. You know what I mean? It's one of them type of things. So I catch what she was saying, and she just saying she wants to be so in love with a motherfucker that she gets his name tatted. So I feel like if you could read between the lines, I get what she's saying. And I mean, hopefully all of us want to be that in love. I'm not getting no motherfucker tatted either, but I mean, I guess if I do, I'm a dumb nigga. So
I'm guilty. I got two tats. I got my wife tatted on me, and then I got my baby mama tatted on me. Hey, something about that shit, man. That's that 90s shit. That's how you know it was real.
Yeah, I guess I ain't had nothing real.
Well, shit, I'm married today, so it was real.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. If I get married, I'll get your name.
Hey, I feel you, Big Glow. I feel you. Go ahead and get that nigga's name tatted.
Keep making them his, too, man.
Get that nigga's name tatted. Show him it's real.
M-Town. She said M-Town.
Yeah, when y'all want to get my name tatted, fuck it. Put
we got that, too. I got
G-Ball,
that, too.
Gary, whatever one you want to put, I'm going to let you do it, man. Send me a snap of that motherfucker. You do it, too.
Hello.
He said I might even split the cost with you.
Yeah, I got something on it. Fuck it.
So rappers NLE Choppa and Finesse 2 Times have converted to Islam. Seems to be a popular trend in hip hop today. Your thoughts, G-Ball?
I respect Islam. Like a lot of the beliefs, they got a lot of things with that religion that I agree with. So I'm not mad at it at all. Whatever's gonna help you reach your higher self, go for it.
I'm gonna say, I kind of fall in line with G-Ball on that one. I'm not a religious person by any means. I don't really know much about Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if it make you feel good inside, go for it. You know what I mean? As long as it don't hurt anybody else, I don't see any problem with it. Whether you Muslim, Christian, Catholic, whatever. You know what I mean? As long if you ain't hurting anybody else and you want to believe in something, I don't see any issue with it.
Right.
I'm with that. I'm like, shit, who the fuck are we to feel some type of way or tell who to believe in? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Amen.
Ultimately, if you take care of your business at the end of the day, man, it don't matter to me who you pray to at night. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's always something that kind of throw me off. Like, you'll talk to some people that's super spiritual, super into religion, and you might bring up another one, and they got something negative to say about it when it's kind of like,
it's the same thing.
as long as they believe in something, let's all just be honest. My personal opinion, there's one Most High. We all got different ways we look at it. Different religions look at that, whatever that being is, in their own little way, but it's all kind of the same shit, just different ways of going about it. So I don't knock nobody. I don't give a fuck as long as it makes you happy and it brings you peace and whatever, then go for it, bro. Whatever works for you.
Amen.
Any one of y'all grow up in a church?
Not necessarily. My grandma was real religious on my mom's side. I went and got baptized and stuff, but it was kind of more so for her.
Yeah.
But as far as always been a spiritual person, but not necessarily a religious one.
I got kicked out of some churches once.
You brought the gun in?
No. You know what I mean?
He said somebody should have told me.
That altar boy was looking a little too hard last time, fam.
Wasn't playing. I told his ass.
On everything. I told him. Got the reverend in the trunk and shit.
Shit.
They gave me the tambourine joint and I punched a hole in that motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? I got excited. I felt the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean?
That boy was feeling the rhythm a little too much.
But it is one of the things where I don't go often, but when I do go, it is nice to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily think you need to be once, twice a week, every single week religiously paying your tithes to be considered a spiritual or a good person. Like, if that's what you do, that's cool, but that's just not for me, you know?
Yeah.
Man, we used to go, the typical black family, go to church on Easter and shit, you know what I'm saying? When your older relatives come into town and shit, go to church with them on Sunday, or spend the night at a friend's house that goes to church on Sunday, you know what I'm saying?
Used to have to do that.
Yeah, that was the extent of my shit. I believe in God, you know what I'm saying? My wife's real spiritual and shit, so that rubs off on you boys. So I'm sure that's for the positive. So
y'all ever been to one of them churches where they start talking in tongues and shit?
I've seen some shit.
I had same situation as Ray. Spent the night at my buddy. I almost said his name. I ain't gonna say his name because might cross
Right,
paths.
right.
Yeah,
Wild
might
boy.
cross paths with him. But if I spent the night Saturday, Sunday night I had to go to church with his family, and with his grandma. His grandma pick him up, make him go or whatever. And if I was stuck there, I still had to go too. Man, I tell you what, these folks just start talking in different languages and shit. I mean,
A white or a black church?
Oh, these were all white folks.
I've seen both.
Yeah.
I used to not have a problem with white churches. White churches, you going this for an hour for sure. 11 to 12, or whatever the fuck the case might be.
Everybody gets home for the games.
I got a homeboy in middle school. His dad was a preacher. You know what I'm saying? So me and him got real close. He wanted me to stay the night with him, but when I stayed the night, I had to go to church with him next day.
That's how they get you.
Now, mind you, like I said, my grandma on my white side, she's the one I went and did the baptism shit for. So every time I went with her, it's like an hour or whatever. It was cool. It was light. I went with him. Not only was we there, had to be there hella early, but he had 2 services that day. When I tell you I was at that church all goddamn day, bro. And I love this dude. Love his family. They was nice people, but that was the last time I stayed the night. I was like, I'm with the shit to an extent, but goddamn, bro. It was like a full-time gig that day, bro. We was there, but I mean, yeah.
Clocked in and we didn't even get paid.
Yeah, but it's one of them things that every time I go, I feel it. It's like it's nice. Recently, my son, one of his friends made my son, his goddad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he had a baptism when we went. And it was one of the things I remember they singing songs and shit. I kind of felt emotional and shit. You know what I mean? So it was nice for me and my daughters to go to that, but it's not something I can see myself doing all the time.
Man, you gotta be dedicated, dog, to live that church life.
Yeah.
You gotta be dedicated.
I don't want to be no damn what's the word I'm looking for?
Bible thumper.
Oh.
Nah, not even that. I just don't want to be I'm finna walk out here and do some bullshit. Contradictive, I guess I could say that's the right word I'm looking for.
Oh, like a hypocrite?
I don't want to be a hypocrite. Yeah, I'm coming in here and I'm supposed to be all like this, but I know I'm not living right all the way. And they say that it shouldn't really matter, but to me it kind of does.
I feel that.
Yeah. A lot of, I think some people go in there and they can. And again, I'm not a religious person, but you can do all sorts of fuck shit over here, and then you just go in there for one day or whatever, and then you claim that you got forgiven for your sins, and you go back out and do some fuck shit right back out the door.
I'm just one of the people. I'm not really with the faking and shit. But there's preachers who are cool and they understand that, and I kind of relate a little bit more to them. Either they came from more of a street background or whatever the case may be, but they're a lot less judgmental. Because let's be honest, there's some church people who are very judgmental, you know what 100%. I'm saying? But you got some when they're understanding. They understand that everybody's not perfect and all that shit.
We'll be here. We'll be here when you're ready, boy.
When I get ready to turn that curve and I want to switch my life around and shit like that, I'm gonna be all about that. But right now, I'm still a work in progress. So
there we go, man.
I think
that's where I'm at with it. But spiritual, for sure. I got a good relationship with what I believe in.
So actor Will Smith. He's in the news right now for allegedly having a sexual relationship with Dwayne Martin.
My nigga from above the rim, man. Damn, when I heard that, I was like, this nigga too?
So a former assistant of Will Smith says that he walked in on them doing the horizontal tango.
Yo, that's stupid.
I tell you what.
I would have never said it like that.
Will Smith been in the news more than Anderson Cooper lately.
I really feel bad for dude.
They assassinating him right before our eyes, dog.
Man, he's such a great talent.
You think he pissed off?
First of all, Jada a piece of shit. That's another conversation. But this is crazy though. But I think that they was showing some shit when him and her was going through stuff, and he was kind of saying some. He was trying to act like he was joking, but he was saying some suspect jokes, and she was kind of giving him a look. And I remember everybody was kind of like, "What was that about?" And then this comes out, but I would have never thought him. And that's Gina from Martin. That's her husband. Martin. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know
her ex-husband, right?
Oh well, I would assume.
That's her ex-husband.
I'm sure she probably heard about this shit first.
I think that's her
get the fuck up out of here.
Dog.
But imagine the stories in Hollywood these motherfuckers got, boy.
I think it's all real, nigga.
These assistants walking in these rooms, you never know what you gonna see, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I think to be maybe not everybody, maybe like my nigga Zell, but I think to be successful, to be a young, handsome, successful black man in Hollywood, you giving up the ass.
For sure. For sure.
I hate to say it, dog.
You're guilty till proven innocent.
I hate to say it.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think they were like, hey, you want to be in all these top movies? They know what the fuck you gotta do.
What's the group called? The
Illuminati.
There we go.
Nigga, come to this party.
He's really running shit.
Nigga, come to this party. Put on this lingerie, nigga.
And honestly, that's a part of selling your soul. Like sometimes it ain't really the act of literally selling your soul. Sometimes you gotta do something that's just so crushing to you as a human. Nigga. That's
come to this cocktail party,
nigga. Like they were saying, like all the actors that's like in the Star Wars movies and shit, like they all had to do shit like that, even just to be a part of the movie. So, I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it, dog.
I'm not holding. You see, like this Weinstein, all that shit that came out, and like I believe it. It's becoming more and more evident.
Oh boy, that had the island.
That shit was crazy, and they had all them on the list. Obama, everybody was on there, so they all out there allegedly fucking on kids and all kinds of shit. So Hollywood's a dark place, man, and there's some weird shit going on.
The world is a dark place.
The world is a dark place.
The world is a dark place.
There's some Will Smiths in Des Moines too, but we're gonna leave that part alone. And they ain't got no Hollywood
and we ain't trying to say we ain't dissing nobody's sexual preference either.
But living your truth though. If you lying about it, you won't fuck.
That's the problem.
I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes the people that's the most homophobic be the ones getting bent over. So
yeah.
But hey, to each his own.
Rapper Ty Dolla $ign and rapper Kanye West reportedly have a joint album coming out. It's been in the making for a long time, but it's been pushed back at least 3 or 4 times. Your thoughts on that, Z-Ball?
I'm honestly kind of over both of them.
Okay.
I think Ty Dolla $ign, he had a nice run. Once in a while, he comes out with something that's kind of cool, like the song he had with Kodak. I like that one, but nothing really like that. And then just Kanye's just all over the place. And I don't really want to be dismissive because when you really sit back and listen to him, there's a lot of truth to a lot of stuff he says.
He's dropping gems.
But just him as an artist, I feel like he's trying too hard to push the narrative instead of just making good music like he did before. So I don't know what to expect. I'm not going to completely dismiss it. I'll listen to it, but I can't say I downloaded a Kanye album in a long time. So I don't know what to think about that.
Steve-O?
Not really a fan of Kanye.
Why is that? Can I ask?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's dope on the boards in production. And I even fuck with his first album. I can't think of the name of it.
Late Registration or College Dropout?
Through the Wire.
It's College Dropout.
Yeah.
That was College Dropout. Late Registration was the second one.
I fuck with that first one. You know what I mean? But and blame it on the Kardashians, blame it on the traumas in his life, whatever. But this motherfucker, I tell you what, he always got something to bitch about.
He's just weird, bro.
Yeah, he be throwing tantrums and shit.
He's just weird, man.
And
he's a genius, though.
I ain't with the drama. You know what I mean? And all the extra shit, like, I don't know. It fucks up the music shit for me. You know what I mean? And so it turns me off. You know what I mean? I can't get into a record because I think all the weird shit that he did and like dumb shit that he said.
And he's talking about it in the song. So you're like, fuck, bro. Like, separate it. You know?
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear about your politics or any of that other shit. I came to listen to some records and just kick back and relax. I'm trying to get away from all that other shit and kick back and relax. Right. And you bringing it into this.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye West is a musical genius.
Is or was?
Is.
Okay.
Is. I feel like he still is. I think he does and says a lot of things for shock value. You know what I'm saying?
It's not on accident.
Yeah, when he goes off on his tangent or when he's supposedly losing his mind, he's usually promoting something. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Something's about to happen. Something's about to drop. You
Very
know what
true.
I'm saying? So, is he crazy? It appears so, but who's to say? We don't know him in real life. Is it just marketing? You know what I'm saying? Is he just a brilliant marketer?
They call every genius crazy, though.
Yeah, okay.
Genius crazy. They call every genius crazy, but it's like I said, he'll go on these rants and he'll be dropping some jewels, but sometimes he'll throw in shit where you're like, see, that's where you lost me.
Yeah, but he'll say some ultra crazy shit and it's dominating all the headlines.
Yeah, it makes everything else he said not even relevant no more. But
and
like
it could be negative shit.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere, and that's ultimately the goal, right?
But like what he did with Yeezy, I respect that. I never thought there'd be a brand that could even step toe-to-toe with Mike, with Jordan.
That's the ugliest fucking shoe, dog. I'm sorry, dog.
Man, and I thought that, but he got some of them I could fuck with, bro. I got a couple pairs of them shits, and it's crazy. He figured out the game of being hard to get. Like, it's such a limited thing that when he makes these drops, sometimes you only want it because you know a lot of people can't get it.
True.
Exclusive.
You know what I'm saying? So if you get it, it's like, oh, I got them, and I got them for retail. Like it's just crazy. Like I caught on kind of late with the Yeezy thing, but I respect him. Anybody that's dope at the business part, I respect that. So I think that he's kind of been more successful on that lane than he was on the music side as of now. But
I heard they're comfortable as could be.
They are. Because they made like dope ass old man walking shoes, but they're like hard though. It's crazy. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he's a genius. I give him that. A weird one, but he's a genius.
Rapper Boosie says he makes nearly $500K for his appearances on Vlad TV. How you feel, Steve-O?
How many times do you think he's been on Vlad TV?
Well over 35.
And
No shit.
That makes a lot of sense.
He's a recurring guest.
Yeah. And he's his biggest guest, too.
Okay. I mean, well, G-Ball, I hate to tell you this, but we ain't got 500,000 to stop by today.
And I ain't Boosie neither, so I get it.
I appreciate you swinging by the show,
get
but
it.
we ain't quite that big.
Yeah.
Get this nigga a $5 quick trip card.
I'll take it. Whatever. I come from the trenches. I get it.
I'll offer you a LaCroix.
Yeah, you know.
A granola bar.
For real.
We can burn one when we get off.
And he means that.
No, for real. For
I'll give
real.
you a ride back home.
I'll give you a ride home, nigga.
Nah, man, I don't know. That's I mean, he's had some guests on there for sure, and he gets a lot of views. So I mean, I suppose he's got a budget for that.
I don't think the budget's a question at all.
Yeah, but you think
Vlad's
he's
loaded, Cuddy.
off of the DJ stuff or off of the interviews?
The interviews.
Okay, that's what
For
I
sure.
thought. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that
He's probably the biggest
yeah.
interview platform for sure.
We're doing this because of Vlad, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I was doing this way before he was.
Okay, maybe so.
But he definitely corners motherfuckers and asks them the hard questions.
Yeah.
And once you get to a certain point, I think you can do that. And I guess we have more friends on, you know what I mean? So you wouldn't want to do that to your friend. They
Yeah,
ain't
I
going to
feel
be your
you.
friend much longer if you start going, what about the candy bar you stole in 3rd grade from your grandma?
Tell us about the guy you shot on the north side.
Right. But I think the easy
Nigga
thing
did
for him
what?
too is like Boosie's so like blunt and just he's gonna just say whatever pops in his head. So I think it's easy for Vlad. He'll bring up some current topics and some shit that's going on with him, and
It's all about
Boosie's
that
gonna
reaction.
say some shit,
Yeah.
and
It's
it's
all about
gonna
that
go
reaction.
viral. Like I've watched, and he's smart how he does it too. Like he'll drop a whole bunch of little clips first.
Yeah.
And it'll be just that specific question you ask, and he'll drop those. Those are getting millions of views. Then he'll drop
The full.
whole interview.
Warm it
You
up
know
a
what I'm
little
saying? So he's very strategic how he does it. Boosie is must-see TV when it comes to interviews because you never know what's gonna come out of his mouth. Like when he was talking about verses, nobody could beat R. Kelly and shit like that. It's hilarious, but he's dead ass serious. So I've always been a Boosie fan. I bet he really is making that. Cause think about YouTube views. Somebody as big as Vlad, that 500K ain't shit, and it's worth it to keep the ball rolling. So I believe it.
Now, do you think this is going to impact his roster? You think motherfuckers going to be like, oh, I heard you was paying Famo
You ain't
$500,000.
Boosie.
Right, where
I
my
don't think
cut
he
at?
cares. I don't think he cares. Vlad is big to the point. He doesn't even have to do this shit. Like, the money's so long, dude,
Yeah.
he doesn't care. Like, that's your loss at this point to not come
Yeah.
sit down on Vlad TV.
Yeah. And I think it's one of the
Shit.
things where I bet you, like, Boosie's first interview, he didn't get that much. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's the leverage thing. Like, he's accumulating the views that make it so he's worth that type of money. You know what I mean? Where everybody else get on there just because it's Vlad doesn't mean you're going to get 1 million views or whatever the case may be. So
How we feel about Boosie's last album? I enjoyed that thing.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I'm kind of one of the people that's stuck on old Boosie music.
Oh, you like that
Still,
turned up shit.
I'm stuck in on old Boosie music, ghetto
Yeah.
stories and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm real like
that turn shit.
that's one of my favorite like times with him as far as the music is concerned. But I'm a fan of Boosie the person too.
Yeah.
Like he has a dope ass personality. And it's like if he came out with a reality show or something like that, he would go crazy. Because he's a funny motherfucker and he's just gonna you never know what he's gonna do, what he's gonna say.
He's off the
still
chain.
He's still talented, don't get me wrong, but I
love
feel
that.
like
I love
I'm a
that
bigger
song he
fan
did.
of him.
He did a song on a new album called "Ungrateful," And I just love that record, man. I love the song. I love the album, man, because it's different. Some of the beat selection is not what you would typically get from Boosie, and it's more emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's telling you what's really going on in his life type shit, as opposed to just popping street shit.
And he's always been like that. Like,
yeah.
And
yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what I liked about Youngboy. He kind of reminded me of Boosie, because I remember when Boosie first came out, he was like one of the people you could tell when something happened. He went and did a song about it right away. When his grandma died, he rapped about it right away.
That's me.
Diabetes, like all the shit. Like, he's gonna tell you what's going on. So that's always been something I loved about him.
Yeah, I can really appreciate that about his latest album he just dropped.
Yeah, you gonna get what you gonna get. You ain't gotta question nothing. Just ask his ass or listen to his song. He's gonna tell you.
With that being said, Detroit tycoon, motherfucking T Grizzly, just dropped his new album called motherfucking T's Coney Island. Yeah. I haven't got an opportunity to spin that one yet. What about y'all?
I fuck with it.
I ain't heard it yet.
I'm a big T Grizzly fan. I've been real big on the whole Detroit movement, period. I fuck with a lot of people in Detroit, Iceberg and everybody. But T Grizzly, like, I'm not gonna say you got the ball rolling, because of course Detroit's been moving. But with the new Detroit movement, I feel like when that First Day Out came out, it kind of just
quadruple
snowballed,
platinum.
You know
boy.
what I mean? And also, he's a genius too, because like he's in the streaming field too. Like, I've been catching myself lately, and I watch him playing GTA on his stream, and he's fucking comedy. So it makes me, because okay, he's playing some of his songs in the background, so it makes you kind of like the music a little more, and you get to see like they're playing the game, but they're acting like they're really these people. So it's funny.
Personalities.
He's a funny dude. You know what I mean? So he's a funny dude. So then when I think I listened to the album first, and then I kind of started watching the streaming shit, and then when I went back and listened to it, I liked it more because I like him more. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this: how does it compare to his last album, Chapters of the Trenches? That's by far my favorite T Grizzly album.
I just feel like he's consistent. You kind of know what you're gonna get with T. Like,
so is it similar? Would you say?
It was similar, and I've been really stuck on the one that him and Skilla Baby did together. I like that. I like that project a lot. I like
that Gorgeous shit's going crazy.
Yeah, I like Skilla Baby a lot. So I've been kind of probably more stuck on that than the new one. But I mean, it's just T Grizzly. You know what you're gonna get with him. He's gonna be consistent for sure.
He might arguably be the best storyteller in hip hop today, dog.
Them robberies, the shit that he tell is crazy.
All
the one,
6 of them.
The one he told with the 2 boys with the teacher, where the boy fucked the teacher and shit.
Nigga, yeah.
He's crazy with that shit.
Dog.
So, yeah. He figured that out, and once he figured that out,
Miss Evans Part 1 and 2.
That shit is crazy. But yeah, shout out to T Grizzly, man. He's really like that.
And at the end, it always just leaves you like,
man.
Like at the end of the conclusion of the story,
you're waiting for the next one, like dog.
It's like fucked up stories,
it's
dog.
Crazy.
If you haven't heard, hey Steve-O, I'm gonna let you hear. Have you heard Chapters of the Trenches?
I gotta dig in a little more. So a lot of the shit that I get with him is just Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't get to hear the whole album. You just get bits and pieces here. They'll throw you a track, and then they'll throw you another track or whatever. You know what I mean?
Bro, the storytelling ones, it's crazy, bro.
Chapters of the Trenches, the whole album, bro. He has the whole album on YouTube, and he has a video to each album, so you can watch it in order, and it's a video all back to back, dog. You seen that shit?
Yeah,
nigga.
And the way that he's so fucking detailed in the songs. Shooting the video got to be easy as shit. He's literally talking the whole
it's
story
hard as
out.
Fuck, dude.
It's crazy, and it keeps going. There's part 1s, 2s, 3s. You'll watch.
Yes,
it's
dog.
kind of like R. Kelly. The cause of shit.
Yeah.
Like how we kept it going. It's similar to that, but he got different ones. Like, and it's real stories, real people.
Arguably the best storyteller in the game today, bro.
Okay. He can literally rap a movie. Bro.
No cap, nigga.
For real.
I'm gonna send you that link. I think you'll really enjoy that.
Yeah,
shit,
I ain't
bro.
never seen nothing like it.
Detroit, so I'm gonna dig in a little deeper to T Grizzly.
Yeah,
T
for
Grizzly,
sure. He's
dog.
really like that.
R. Kelly sues the federal prison system for leaking personal information to blogger, podcaster Tasha K.
Get your money, bro. Fuck them. Because that's fucked up. I mean, you know, I don't agree with everything he did, whatever the case may be, but as a federal
prison system,
you know, everybody has their rights and what you're not supposed to do. And if, you know, you're not supposed to leak personal information, especially to a blog platform.
I mean, it's tough for me to have compassion for that motherfucker after all the shit he did, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah.
It is what it is,
I mean, you know, everybody got their rights, and I feel you on that. But there's a lot of shit that he took away from people they ain't ever gonna get back. So, it's tough for me to have any compassion for that motherfucker.
I agree. But that's I'm gonna leave that alone.
Man, I'm forced to ride with Steve-O on this one. Kel's heard a lot of young women's, you know what I'm saying? So
Kids,
right?
Kids, they wasn't even women. They was
a lot of young kids. Let me correct.
Yeah.
That's very real.
He has
a lot of young kids. So
there should be a lot of them parents locked up with his ass though.
Yeah,
that's another story.
I'll ride with you on that.
Kel's privacy being violated at this point is the least of my concerns for somebody of his caliber. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't knock him for suing. You know, whatever. I would do that too. But at the same time, it's like you say, your privacy. What the fuck you gotta hide now? Like
you out there? You out the closet, Cuddy?
Yeah.
You know, shit. If we're gonna be righteous, you gotta be righteous across the board. Right. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't pick and choose. We're gonna side with this motherfucker. We're gonna side with this motherfucker. We're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a buck.
Like, get your money, but what's it gonna do for you, bro? You're done.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're done. I respect you as an artist, but I mean, even some of the songs I go back and listen to them now. There's certain lyrics where it's just like, wow,
he's telling us right in our face.
Sounds crazy. Yeah, it sounds crazy.
It seems like you're ready.
Yeah, you were a generational talent, but you was also a predator.
This nigga said, I could have sworn you were ready. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Bro, nigga, you was hanging out the McDonald's across the street from the high school, bro, and you was R. Kelly already, bro.
Like, what do you mean you could have sworn she was ready? Ready for what? Like,
That's
ready.
Weird. That's weird. And then in the second documentary, it was boys and some more shit involved. So he was
Kelly, baby.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't hold nobody against his will, but she was definitely a weirdo. But
I think there was shit saying that he did hold bitches against their will.
Didn't he have a bunch of them locked in the basement?
I know he had his wife. He had her locked in a room, but he was telling them like, if you want to leave, you can leave. But he was on some like, he know
if they left shit.
I can't even understand that shit because I'm not even cut like that. So
yeah, that's real.
You where you deserve to be, bro. You had your run. You thought you was above the law and got your goofy ass caught up, and you recorded yourself.
And he recorded this.
And he did some weirdo shit. Like you wasn't just fucking people. Bro. You was pissing on them and doing all sorts of stuff.
You want to humiliate them bitches.
Right.
Like,
That's some different type of mind control.
And it's kind of like the shit they say the Illuminati, like we was talking about before. Like they was saying like they'll get you drunk, they'll drug your drinks. They'll have somebody do a homosexual act on you and record it. And if you don't want to sign that contract, they'll show you on the TV and be like, so if you don't sign this contract, we're going to put this video out.
Make it look like that's how you really
So that's
get
how
down.
a lot of people get caught up in these 360 deals. He's kind of doing the same type of shit where it's like, go ahead and leave me. I still got you on video doing this.
Being blackmailed, man.
That sounds like Puffy, too.
Yeah.
Puffy had the videotapes with old girl, according to what she's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's nasty enough doing what you're doing, but keeping a video trail of it is crazy.
Yeah.
So, under the jail you go.
So, on approximately 6 days ago, November 10th, was the anniversary death of the legendary rapper Big Pun. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
His debut album, Capital Punishment, went platinum, causing him to be the first solo hip-hop act of Latino descent to do so. He died on February 7th in 2000 from heart attack and respiratory failure.
He didn't get a chance to really even do his shit for real, man.
Yeah, Big Pun was on a whole nother level. I just watched, man, I wish I could remember what it was. So there was a hip-hop TV show. I feel like it was the one Angie Martinez put out, where she went through and talked to all these different hip-hop MCs and kind of told their story. And Big Pun was actually... Fat Joe was the one that was featured, and it talked about how Fat Joe had already been kind of made it mainstream.
Yeah.
And he was out, and he ran into Pun at a bodega, and he was just out front busting bars, laying rhymes down, and he was like, damn, dog, we should work together, you know what I mean, whatever, and he put him on.
And they was real street dudes. Like, it's dope now to hear, like, the backstory with Pun and Fat Joe, like, you know what I mean? Because at the time, when Pun blew up, it kind of seemed like Fat Joe was kind of like his piss boy. I don't want to say it like that because that don't sound right, but you know what I mean? Like, holding the umbrella for him and all that shit. But Fat Joe was really like that in the streets. Like,
Fat Joe was the OG. People don't know, though.
100%. Yeah, he had a squad.
Yeah, but he's a talent. And I like what he said about, like, Khaled. He was like, at the end of the day, he makes more money than me. He's a bigger deal than me. So I'm going to hold the door for Khaled. I'm going to do that, but that's respectable. So, yeah, I feel like Big Pun was he was right, like, on his way, and then he checked out and it kind of just cut it all short. that's just sad to see. But
and those lyrical intricacies that he could lay down.
He was a real rapping motherfucker,
yeah.
man.
In the middle of little diddly.
He'll say some shit, yeah.
Motherfucking favorite Big Pun record. Favorite pun record. I'm going That's How We Roll
I was
remix.
About to say that. I like that one
That
a lot.
shit's crazy as fuck.
I like that one too.
I want to. Or It's So Hard with Donnell Jones.
It's So Hard was hard.
Yeah.
That one with Ashanti was tough too.
Didn't he have a big Hispanic hit?
He had one like he was talking about some like gutter shit like, and I remember he was spazzing, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but that's the one I'm thinking.
But he was like he was going off though.
Yeah. That nigga pun.
But I think about that song with Ashanti on it. That's how we roll. And that shit was hard. I remember that beat was tough.
Yeah. Something I won't tell you. That's the one they did the video and it was a 3D.
It was a cartoon.
Yeah.
That shit was
tough.
tough.
That shit is dope. Hey, man, shout out to Pun, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was tough.
Shout out to Joe and the Terror Squad, too, man.
And
we got any viewers, Steve-O?
We got a couple people watching right now. Shout out. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Much
Appreciate
respect. If you get a chance, you know what I mean, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you're liking what you're seeing. And if you're really digging it, ring that bell up there one time so you get the notifications when we drop something new. Because we're coming at you Tuesdays and Thursdays at about 10 o'clock on EmceeTV on YouTube. So hit the bell real quick, and then, you'll know when we drop something new.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like and subscribe for sure.
Hell yeah.
Rapper Pooh Shiesty's locked up right now, currently serving 5 years on weapons charges. Says he has 5 to 6 albums worth of material written. How you feel about that, Steve-O?
That's a lot of content, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, what else the fuck does he got to do, though?
I mean, maybe he could link up with Suge Knight, do an interview, and they drop a podcast.
Leave Suge Knight telling us alone.
Suge Told.
Yeah, Suge Told podcast.
He said, I'm Vlad of Cell Block 4.
Yeah, he
Telling on everybody.
yeah, bro, that shit's crazy.
Want to get another 5 on your sentence?
Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah. Pooh Shiesty, man. I like Pooh Shiesty, man. He's definitely keeping the gangster rap era alive right now. I've kind of fell back on the gangster rap as I'm getting older, man. I'm more into shit I can relate to, because I'm not out here on no gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Those days for me are over, man. So I enjoy listening to gangster rap every now and then, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I throw up the West Side in a Cadillac, bumping some gangster shit here and there. But nowadays, my palate is a little more mature, man. But I dig some of the Pooh Shiesty shit, for sure.
I fuck with Shiesty.
Yeah.
I fuck with that shit tough. I'm right in that middle. I still like the young nigga musical, I like to call it. You know what I'm saying? And then Memphis, I fuck with the whole Memphis shit. And I mean, honestly, coming up with 5 albums worth of material, you've been locked up that long. You should have 5 albums worth of material written.
I agree.
Means he's working.
Yeah, because honestly, he's gonna be gone for, I think he got 5 years.
5 years.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a nice little stretch, but you could come home and still be straight. Like,
yeah.
He was like,
it's not over.
He was rolling, and his style of music is still cool, and it's good. Like, he had his artists like Big 30. Big 30 and him sound a lot similar. It's the same type of style. So his homeboys kind of still keeping it rolling for when he comes out. He could still be Pooh Shiesty, and people gonna still fuck with it. So I think it's smart. Your ass better keep writing, or you be a dumb fuck, because you was already a dumb fuck the way you got caught up. But that's another story. But yeah, I fuck with Pooh Shiesty, and I like all that type of music anyway. So I'm looking forward to him come out and dropping shit.
I like me some good gutter trap shit every once in a while. You know what I mean? I can definitely dig it. I don't know much about Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do my research when we get off the air.
His biggest hit was probably Back in Blood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
grimy Memphis shit, but it's dope. I don't know. I listen to a lot of that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. MEST, 42 and all them. I listen to a lot of that. So.
Yeah, we was just talking about that on the podcast too. Them fools is gonna be going on tour, man. Gotti and the whole crew, CMG, the whole label.
Yep.
Man, I want to go to that so bad, bro.
I think we seen today they had like 4 dates, 5 dates.
That shit weak.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta think about it. Them some big artists, and they got a nice lineup. It's tough to get everybody. That's honestly, I would travel for that. Like, I would travel across the country if I had to go see that, because he might not never get to see it again. You know what I mean? And especially now that 42 Doug is out.
Yeah.
because that's like I'm a big 42 Doug fan too.
Oh, that would be right up your alley. So, would you prefer to go to the Drake, J. Cole, and Sexy Red, or the CMG tour?
CMG, no question.
No question.
He said,
I've seen Drake before. I've seen J. Cole before, and I don't give a fuck about Sexy Red. So
Okay. Let's say if you haven't seen Drake or J. Cole before,
I would still say CMG.
Okay,
It's
cool.
a lot more artists. I'm a fan of all of them. Drake and J. Cole, I'm a fan of them as a whole, but like their last projects is just cool to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'd much rather I listen to ESTG every day. I listen to 42 Doug like pretty much every day. I'm a big Mozzie fan.
Mozzarella fella, that's
so
my
it's
guy.
You know, I'm gonna choose CMG for sure.
So you say fuck Sexy Red. You want to elaborate on that? Why you feel that way?
I mean, that shit weak. Like, it's cool. Like, she got some catchy music. I'm not gonna say it ain't catchy. If I'm drunk and I'm out somewhere and that ski shit come on, you might see me groove a little bit too.
Yeah.
But are you gonna watch me ride down the street listening to it? No. Do I think she's gonna be relevant a year from now? No. I don't knock her hustle, none of that shit. But there's nothing attractive about it, nothing appealing about her. I feel like we've seen this shit before. You know what I mean? It's nothing different.
How do y'all feel about the message that she's portraying to young women?
Man, that message has been getting portrayed for years.
Well, it definitely
Lil'
has.
Kim,
It definitely
Foxy-
has.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
Go
let's,
back to Lil'
and let's
Kim,
just be
Foxy
honest with
Brown.
you. If you hang around a group of females, they're talking like Sexy Red. Females, that's how they talk. She's just a normal ratchet hood female that's just got a platform to talk that shit on the record, and a lot of that shit be comedy, bruh. When I heard that, my pussy pink, my booty hole brown line, I walked around saying that shit for like 2 months, bruh.
That bitch was crazy.
Because it's hilarious, bruh. It was funny as hell. And I used to fuck with my kids and say that shit. They be like, Dad, stop saying that. And I'm like, bruh, it is funny, but it's like, but she's probably like dead ass serious, but it worked. So I can't knock
I seen
her
an
hustle.
interview where she talked about, she was like, what? I don't know why everybody is mad. I don't know why everybody's in an uproar. Shit, it is.
Yeah, I mean,
them are the
yeah.
colors. I'm like, this bitch
But
crazy.
she's just one of them, I don't know. Yeah,
She's
we've
pregnant
seen-
now, too.
We said before with Kaya and, you know, different rappers, like, she's just, you know.
How you feel about Sexy Red, Steve-O?
You know, I don't get down with female MCs a whole bunch. That sounds misogynistic as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
But that
Yeah,
is,
dude.
I take that back. I like Glorilla. I like Missy.
Big
Elliott.
Glow, baby.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. I like Missy Elliott. You know what I mean. You gotta have some chops. And if you're just talking about your pussy,
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
I get it.
It don't.
What about
reel me
Nicki
in.
Minaj? Does she move the needle for any
I
money,
feel like
y'all?
she's kind of washed up. But I like Nicki a lot. But I feel like what Drake's done that she hasn't done is elevate with the times. She's doing the same shit. That same 1-2 bar shit that she's always done, she's still doing it. It's just like, all right, that's all you got in your bag.
We see.
You know what I'm saying? So Nicki's cool. I'm a big Cardi fan. I like Cardi a lot. I love Mulatto. That's one of my crushes right now.
Yep.
Just for the record, if you're never gonna see this, but if you do, yeah. But anyway,
Nigga, I'll send this shit to her tonight.
do that and do that.
Nigga, I'll get
But,
on X and drop this link on there right
We
now.
just
But it
turned
kind of
into a
sucks.
short.
It kind of sucks because she's such a dope rapper, but I feel like she's leaning on the sexual shit a little too much. Like, shout out to my little sisters. They put me on Glorilla. She got a whole crew of female rappers, and they're hard, bruh.
Wow.
Like, it's a whole crew of them. Like, when they finally get to where they bring them all out together, it's K, Carb, and there's like 5 of them all together. But they're tough together, bro. Like, so Glorilla, she's going to end up kind of doing her own shit. It's going to be all females, and that shit's going to be tough. So I respect her as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But
Nigga,
yeah,
she be cracking me up. Nigga,
she's funny.
Nigga, she's skinnier than a motherfucker, and
she's
she
like,
thinks
I'm
she's
thick as
so
fuck.
thick. Nigga. Oh, my God, dog. I be in tears.
Oh.
Dog, this girl is about as thick as my arm, bro.
Yes.
And she be up there trying to shake her little booty and shit.
But you know what? It's like, okay, like Sexy Red reminds you of females that you grew up with that you kind of looking at like, man, this bitch, you know what I mean? Like, she nasty as hell. But Glorilla seemed like one of the cool homegirls that you
I
grew
fuck
up
with
with.
Big Glow, yeah.
She seemed like she's just one of the homegirls. We like, she cool. You know what I mean? So shout out to her, man. I wish her nothing but success. I like her, and I respect her as a rapper too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she got chops.
Yeah, she can actually say some shit.
So we talking female rappers. Just let's just off the tops. Who's the hardest female rapper with the bars
Right now?
Just overall, all together, all time. Just one that sticks out like,
I say
hey.
Kim, bro.
Kim?
Lil' Kim was definitely a pioneer. I'm a big fan of Missy Elliott.
That's good.
You know, I think she came out.
That's good.
She came out and carved her own lane.
As an artist or a lyricist?
Lyricist.
I'm a big fan of Missy as an artist because she was doing groundbreaking shit with the music.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna sit there and act like bar for bar she was like that though. You know.
Okay.
I'm sitting here trying to think of old girl from 3 6 Mafia's name that passed away recently.
Oh,
Gangsta Boo.
Gangsta Boo. Now she was a dope MC.
Shit, Mia X.
Oh, there we go.
Now you
Mia
talking
X
my
was hard
language.
as fuck.
Mia X was tough,
Yeah.
bruh.
But I'll tell you somebody that's sitting on all of them. You understand? Number 2 of them.
Who?
Number 1, lyricist, Da Brat.
Oh, there we go.
For sure.
So Def. Yeah, yep.
Number 2, Lady of Rage from Death Row,
Ooh,
nigga.
okay.
Nah, who's mine?
I rock rough that stuff with my
nigga.
Afro puff. Hey!
That Necessary Roughness album,
She was signed to Ludacris, bruh.
Shauna.
Bruh, Shauna is so hard.
Dog,
bruh.
Yeah, she did her
nigga.
thing.
Shauna is
Dog,
so
hey.
hard.
That is a good one.
Shauna is so, like, as far as just rapping, Shauna's one of my favorites.
I was getting
bruh.
some head. Getting
Bro,
some
she had that
head.
song with Twister where she went the fuck off.
RPM.
Bro. Oh my god, bro, Shauna, man.
Well, and then
I think Luda was on there too.
Yeah, he went off too, but she was like, she's one of them for real. She never really got to blow, but
Raw Digger and Remy Ma both.
Remy.
yeah,
Yep.
I couldn't
Remy.
ever get down with Raw Digger like that.
I wasn't raw either, but Remy
And
though.
Remy got bars, but I feel like her songs get old to me really fast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like as far as catchy, I'm gonna say Cardi's in her bag right now. I'm not a big Megan Thee Stallion fan. I haven't really never been. I feel like she does the same type of.
I kind of like Meg.
I like
kinda
some of her
do.
songs, but I feel like
She cute.
whatever the hype is, I don't get it. Like, I don't want to fuck her as bad as most of these niggas say they want to fuck her, and I don't want to listen to how all the. I don't want to care. I want to hear you rap about sucking dick and shit all the time. Like, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
She can rap, but she's got the same bag. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
not with
I
that.
feel like I'd be ignorant if I didn't bring up the Queen, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, but I like Lauren B's R&B bag there better than the rapping bag. I'm not
Okay.
gonna act like it wasn't existed, but
Okay.
I don't look at her as really a rapper.
I like her on the hook.
Personally.
Yeah, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, she's dope as fuck on the hook.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I probably couldn't listen to a whole record.
Like, she did some shit with the Fugees where she was rapping, but she was she was more of a singer to me. Like,
Lauren
you
will
know
spit
what I
them
mean?
bizarres.
She's more of a singer to me. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm gonna listen to a hip hop Lauryn Hill album, but that R&B shit, she was like that for sure.
Okay. And then Keefe D receives a motherfucking trial date for June 2025 to start on the murders of Tupac Shakur.
This nigga's an idiot, bro.
Amen. But,
Stick a fork in him, bro.
amen. Thank you.
So
Elaborate. Why y'all say that?
the nigga told on himself. Bro, how the fuck are you gonna do some shit and get away with it for 20 years and then decide to do an interview and say, yeah, I did it? They're talking about they give you immunity. Listen, the feds ain't giving nobody immunity. If they told you that shit, they're basically saying, here's a rope. Go ahead and wrap around this branch over here and jump because you're gonna hang yourself, bro. That was retarded, bro.
This motherfucker is the same. He's the same dude that said Tupac was his idol, and then fucking killed him, or assisted in the killing of him.
This is
You know what I mean?
equivalent of OJ doing the book about if
Saying
he
I
did do it.
Yeah.
But at least he beat the trial already, so you can't do double jeopardy. Nigga, you never been on trial. You was never in trouble. Why would you tell on yourself just to be? Because you wanted to be known as the motherfucker that did this interview and said that shit.
Well, and they
It's
said
crazy.
that he got cancer or something, right? So that's why he went out and started telling
And your ass is
everybody.
gonna die in there, and that's what you get, bro.
Yeah, I think he got cancer, and so he was
For
like,
real.
"What they gonna do to me? I got cancer."
It's like motherfucking First 48 on steroids when them niggas in that small room and the first thing they say is, man, can I get a cigarette or a pop or something to eat? Cause
See that nigga in there?
tell, bro.
See that nigga in there eating KFC
Yeah,
and shit?
you can tell, bro. And guess who you told on? Yourself.
Right.
And you think that you told on your nephew who's dead already, bro. That don't change the fact that you was an accomplice. It was crazy.
And he
When I
said
seen that shit, I couldn't believe it.
He said
bro.
he acquired the gun. He acquired the gun and handed it to him so
was
he
an
could
idiot.
shoot him.
He was an idiot.
Motherfucker,
bro.
you are now part of a fucking capital murder.
I don't feel sorry for you. First of all, Tupac's my favorite rapper, so it's fuck you anyways.
I was just about
But
to say.
outside of that, just on some real nigga shit, like I'll never understand that logic. That was retarded, bro. You was in the clear, bro.
100%. Nobody else could have told on you too. Everybody else was dead.
There's people from LA that said they knew what happened or whatever the case may be, but as far
The streets knew what
as
happened.
far as the government and you being locked up for it, you was good and you booked yourself, bro.
I saw a YouTube video a little while back where the cops that originally investigated it said that they thought it was him, but they couldn't prove it at the time or whatever, and so they moved on. This was, what, 20 years ago?
And then you said, "Oh yeah, you was right."
Yeah.
Clink.
You still gonna say
He said, y'all remember me? I'm the one that did it.
Yeah, you want a clout, bro. That's
Yeah.
the clout guy.
I was gonna say, man, Pac is definitely my favorite rapper. I don't put him in my top 5s no more because he's so legendary. I don't feel that I have to. I don't have to mention Tupac in my top 5 no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's solidified.
Niggas just know what it is.
Yeah.
But
like Michael Jackson, like
yeah,
they
I
are
feel
what they
like I think it's a good thing for the Tupac estate and any of his relatives alive to see justice finally possibly going to be served, you know.
Get a little closure.
You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of closure. You got somebody on the hook for it, you know what I mean? Allegedly he's the last survivor of the people that did it. The last survivor that was in that car.
And the dumbest one.
Right. He wrote a book and told everybody.
Oh my God.
Bruh. I feel like clout is like fucking destroying the world, bro. Like,
yeah,
somebody will do something. Like, you know, there was a point in time when you do something in the streets. Somebody never knowing it was you is the clout.
Right.
Now it's like, y'all gotta know it was me that did that.
that was
shit.
real.
Right.
Dog, you just said some real ass shit.
Like, for
You been
real.
saying real ass shit all day, nigga.
But I'm for real though. Like,
a
it's
gem.
so ass backwards now. Like, if people do shit and they have to let you know it was them. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
there's a motherfucker who will go live right now and shoot a nigga in the head with the camera like this, just so you know it was him. Like, oh no, didn't nobody do that? That was me.
Right.
It's retarded.
It's happening.
Bruh.
It's happened.
I don't understand
100%.
it, bro. But I mean, I don't know. You're old as fuck and retarded, bro. That's what you get.
Back in the days, motherfuckers be like, I do my dirt by my lonely, so can't nobody tell on me. Now it's like,
Man,
I'm
listen,
gonna do
man.
my shit online so everybody knows it was me.
Everybody that's really did any type of street shit in their life has done things that nobody knows about. Maybe a person, you know what I'm saying, that you really, really trust. You don't. That's not what you do, bro. But it's like that shit's changed. Like, motherfuckers want everybody and their mama to know it was them, and then this is the result. So congratulations to every dumb fuck that got themselves locked up. Enjoy
Right.
that.
They think they're gonna be a fucking internet
Enjoy
celebrity
that.
from the joint.
Yeah, you're gonna be an internet celebrity. You're going viral for being a goofy, bro. And we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about you until you check out. And then when you check out, we're gonna talk about how stupid you was again.
Man, I think this is a pretty good episode, man. It's in your hands, Steve-O. How you feeling?
You know, I think it was real righteous. We got to hit him with some breaking news on that Marv one.
Yeah,
That's dope, man, for real.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
That's gonna be an
That's dope.
exciting one. I think that closes out a project for Ray West on that one too.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
You a hard-working motherfucker, my boy.
I appreciate you, man.
For real.
You are too, though, man. I see
Yeah.
you.
Hell yeah.
I told you before, man. You inspire me, man. You seem like when I see you, you seem like the ultimate hustler to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, by any means necessary, you up early and you work late, nigga. And I see your work ethic, man. And that shit sticks out like a new shirt. I can always respect somebody that has similar work ethic as myself. So you ain't no slouch either, my boy.
Man, gotta keep it moving, man. If you don't motivate others, especially when you got kids, like, I gotta lead by example. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can't be on you about being lazy and being that, and I'm sitting on my ass. And at the end of the day,
You got girls.
I
nigga.
don't want to work forever. You know what I'm saying? So let me grind my ass off now, so eventually I can sit here and chill. By the time my youngest turns 18, I'll be 45. That's a decent ass age to live life. So I'm gonna work my ass off until then. And shit, like I said, I come from the mud where, you know, I was doing shit the wrong way. So doing it the right way is easy to me. It's a lot of work. It's hard, but it's worth it though.
I respect that. I think that's a good note to close on, boys.
50th episode, man.
Number 50.
50th episode. That's a
It's-
big deal, man. Congratulations, fellas.
Hey,
Glad
man,
I got
I-
to be here with y'all, man.
I appreciate you coming on
Appreciate
twice,
you.
fam.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Hell yeah. On that note, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve.
This your boy, Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, you know.
And this G-Ball, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
All right. On that note, we out.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jump. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them goons ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that strip and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls don't take